It's really important to have an international conference such as this, where we have a melting pot of ideas. We're able to share what really is working here in the country, reflect on, the knowledge, insights and skills that are being shared from those who have come from outside, because what we want to do is be able to leapfrog our nation towards affordable, quality, accessible healthcare.
And then ISPI's main theme for the conference is leveraging real-world evidence to help with patient safety in Africa.
For this year, we want to bring people together. We want to bring together pharmacists. We want to bring together researchers. And what we all have in common is an interest in medicines. So thinking about how we can use medicines to improve health outcomes in all of the communities that we're working in, whether it's a hospital, whether you're working for a non-government organisation, whether you're a researcher and you're based in a university, we're all interested in how we can use medicines in the best way possible.
I wish to acknowledge PSK for the immense contribution you have made to the health sector since independence. Distinguished professionals, our celebration today is not so much a festivity, but a solemn occasion to pause and look back at the 60-year journey, an opportunity to reflect on challenges and what we can do better.
And therefore, the whole issue is, how do we get the people we are training or the institutions of higher learning embarking on research? Because that is where we are going to be able to solve a lot of those problems.
First, for our young pharmacists, they'll want something in their pocket, isn't it? There are no jobs. Have we asked ourselves why they don't have jobs? You see that they have restricted themselves. They want only to be dispensing at the window. They want to be doing retail pharmacy. Is that the only place they can be employed?
As healthcare providers, it's important that we take extra time just to understand the unique needs of the different patients versus the medication that we are giving them.
Given the international scope of this conference, there are 4 major global health issues that are being addressed by this conference. Number 1 would be AMR. AMR is a global pandemic. We have a lot of interventions that have been discussed to address this issue.
So we want to have a pipeline that takes and produces more pharmacists by creating modules that are able to help and upgrade pharm techs to pharmacists, pharmacists into specialists, and have that entrenched in law.
It's been a pleasure to be a guest or delegate at the PSK ISPI Conference 2024. What a wonderful collaboration that we've seen this year, where information was exchanged between domestic professionals, including delegates that traveled from all over the world to attend this very prestigious conference. The information was outstanding. Remarkable scientific work has been done within the country, in Kenya, and we were able to learn what is currently being done here and internationally, so that we were able to exchange information in this wonderful scientific platform that PSK put together in 2024.
My experiences at this conference have been really great. It's been wonderful to interact with pharmacists from throughout Africa, and particularly from Kenya. I've had the opportunity to network with people in my research interests, and it's been amazing really to see the support that pharmacists give to the profession and in attending conferences like this. I've learned a lot, I've made friends, and I've had relationships that I'm going to cherish for quite a while.
I think it's a really unique opportunity within Kenya to talk to researchers and pharmacists to think about what we each do in our daily practice, but also to see things from a different perspective.
It's been a great opportunity. Having this conference in jointly collaboration between Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya and International Society of Pharmacoepidemiology. I think given the UK perspective and hearing what the colleagues in the PSK are doing to progress the pharmacy profession is great. I think they are in the right direction, and I can see how the PSK is actually trying to establish new policy and regulations to enhance the clinical role of pharmacists within the community and primary care.
PSK ISPE conference has been an enlightening experience where I've had the opportunity to network with multiple people from different places in the world, pharmacy professionals with experience in matters in industry, in also pharmaceutical care and policy, who are driving the agenda to make sure that we are able to get quality assured health products and technologies and proper pharmacy care as is required by quality standards by the WHO and the Ministry of Health in Kenya. A 5-day conference, very well attended from pre-conference to the main conference activities. It's been very engaging. I like the way the panels have engaged with the delegates and the exhibitors. We've had a lot of fun activities in the evenings. We've had speed networking and also very rich discussions, panelists, and poster presentations, which we hadn't done in a while. So the conference was a success.
All right, esteemed members, good evening, and thank you for joining us today. Just from the video that you've seen, that was our 2024 conference, and this year we'll be having our 45th annual scientific conference, and we're expecting to have a better conference than last year. So this evening we'll be having a conference trivia night, and during this session, we'll be having a Kahoot session, which is just a game that you'll be participating in, and there will be some prizes to be won during the session. So I'd encourage you to actively listen and participate so that you get to win something at the end of the session. And just before we start, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the event on the PPB portal. Use the keyword conference webinar, and you'll be able to see 45th PSK Annual Scientific Conference Webinar 1. So you can use the keyword conference webinar 1, and you should be able to find the name of this event on the PPB portal. And just a few ground rules. You'll be muted during the entire course of this session. And if you have any questions, kindly use the Q&A tab, which is at the bottom of the window. And this session is also being recorded and will be made available on the PSK YouTube page. So the first thing on today's agenda, we'll be having some opening remarks from Dr. Anis, who's the NEC representative. and also the chair for the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya PR committee. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Aniz, and meanwhile, Dr. Ivy can also prepare yourself to just give the opening remarks before we get started.
Good
Dr.
evening,
Aniz,
everyone.
welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Can somebody confirm?
Yes.
Great. So welcome to today's session. It has been almost a year that we have been, we left the last conference, which seems that like just yesterday after watching the video, and I'm hoping that this year's conference will be even more engaging than last year. This year we have a super team who is going to be bringing to you the conference. And they will all have a chance to speak today, so you will see them and hear them. And we also have tremendous support from the Secretariat and the CEO to make sure that this year's conference is going to be bigger and better. We encourage all of you to participate and take most advantage of the early bird rates, which close on the 31st of March, and make sure that you are at the conference this year. We have three main objectives for the conference. One is to impart knowledge, and we have a range of super panelists, super speakers, and a super program to bring that to you. The second is to impart networking, and the networking, we have program networking and events where you will be forced to engage with those. You'll be forced to engage with those at the conference, and it will be something that even if you are the shy type, you will be able to engage with them. And the last is to chill. So there's plenty of time for relaxation and for having a really good time. And in the words of YPG, to sherehe. So with those few remarks, I hand over to Ivy to give her opening remarks. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Aniz. Dr. Ivy. I think she's dropped off. Maybe meanwhile we can just go ahead with the next speaker as we wait for her to join in again. So at this point, I'd like to welcome Dr. Anne Massey, who is also serving as the chairperson for this conference committee. And she'll be sharing about the journey of the PSK conference and more details about the conference. Dr. Anne Massey, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Munyakin. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is always nice to meet members every evening to have a conversation. Yes. Thank you for making time and for joining us today. As we all know, the PSK was established way back in 1964. Some of us were not born. And the purpose of the PSK was to champion the professional interests of pharmacists. And in that pioneering spirit, then arose the need for member capacity building. And that became clearer and clearer and led to the creation of the annual scientific conferences. So far, we've had an incredible 44 conferences. I think we have had a recap of the most recent one. And each of these conferences, it was enriched by both local and international partnerships. And this has significantly propelled the growth and evolution of the pharmacy practice. So this year, we are on a mission to bring you a conference that not only enriches and updates you on the latest advancements, but also provides practical solutions for everyday challenges that you experience during your practice. Further, we hope to give you an opportunity to network with leading experts in the field, both from Kenya and beyond. So for today's session, I hope that you find it engaging. I hope that we answer most, if not all, of the questions you may have about the exciting and upcoming conference. And we are calling on all pharmacists to come and enjoy the conference this year. Let us make this year's conference unforgettable. So thank you for making the time. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope to see you in Mombasa. Asante. Back to you, Dr. Munyakin.
Thank you, Dr. Almasi, for that highlight of the journey of the PSK conference. So at this point, we'll be moving to our first activity for today, and having more sessions of the same that will be happening within the session. So kindly ensure that you stay in so that at least you get to know what you'll be winning today. So we'll be having a Kahoot session, and this is going to be run by one of our partners, Cosmos. And I believe for some of you, you've been able to participate in some of the activities in the previous conferences that have been shared by Cosmos during the conferences, and maybe some of the CMEs. So at this point, I'd like to welcome the team from Cosmos, Sami and John, who will be running this session.
Thank you so much, Ezron. My name is Sami Atsia, so I'm going to take you through the first Kahoot session. So let me just share my screen, then we proceed. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Good. So I'm going to run the first section A, that is Farmer Life. Then we proceed. Now, before we start, just a little bit of housekeeping. Kindly use your PPB registration number as your nickname. So kindly use your PPB registration number as your nickname to help us get to rank and award the first 3 per session. So this means for section A, we'll award 3 guys, section B 3, also section C 3. So the first 3 will be awarded. Then now you can take your phones. For those who are using a phone, don't leave the webinar. Just switch the screen and load your browser. Then go to kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. So I'm going to start the session, and what you need to do is to load the game pin that is loading in a few. The game pin is 908-1920. 908-1920. Then kindly use your PPB registration number as your nickname. Good, so we are getting players already. We are over 600 of us, so I'm expecting more. This Kahoot can hold up to 2,000 people, so usiogope.
Kindly repeat the game pin.
The game pin is 908-1920. 908-1920. Kahoot.it is the website, kahoot.it. So just load, then put in the game pin, 908-1920. Hezron, can we start or we wait for more?
I think let's give, how many are we at right now? I think
156
no,
so far.
How many?
Registered is 156 so far.
Okay. Maybe we can hit 170 and then we can start.
Okay, sir. Good, so let's start. So section 1 is the farmer life, Kahoot. The first question, which option best describes why you should be at the conference? Remember, speed matters, eh? Good. So let's see. Wow, 5001. Second question, which body is a unit under PSK? Good. 2852. You can see you. Which PSK member has the highest PPB registration number? Okay. 3079. Who is the most famous pharmacist in the world? Yes, John Pemberton. 2852. How many products are currently registered in Kenya by PPB? Hapa tumepatikana. 3079. A patient with severe asthma is not adequately controlled on a low dose ICS alone. What is the next step in management? Okay, tumepatikana tena. 2852. Question 7. Which country will host the African Medicines Agency, AMA? Okay, Rwanda. 3079. Question 8. What does the pharmacy term GTT refer to? Good. 3079. Second last question. How many countries in Africa have reached ML3 status according to WHO GBT assessment program by March 2025? Good. 2852. What is RAPSK in full? Good. So let's see the first three. 4721 is our number 3. 2852 is our number 2. Then at the center stage, 3079. So this first Kahoot will award these first 3. Thank you so much for participating. So back to Hezron.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sami, for that facilitation of that game. I think it was very engaging, and of all those participants who've taken part of it, congratulations. And for the top 3, congratulations. So I think we'll now be moving to the next session. Remember, we still have 2 more Kahoot sessions. So ensure that you stay in up to the end when we'll be sharing who the winners are. So next we'll be moving to the conference theme and sub-themes. So we'll be having our presenter, is it Prof. Calvin and Dr.
Yes.
Fred? All right.
So, good evening, everyone. And for this year's conference, we have curated some really good theme and sub-theme. which actually just shows where the pharmacy profession in Kenya is going. And just to have a look, next, for those theme is, the main theme of the conference is beyond the practice, pharmacists innovating for accessible, quality, and impactful healthcare. Basically, pharmacists are very creative, and worldwide, you've seen pharmacists even dominating fields where it's not even in health. And in this conference, we just want to showcase how innovative you are, how you are making accessibility to health it is, and how you're providing quality healthcare, and how you're impacting society by just providing that healthcare in one way or another. So for those sub-themes, we have one, which is AI and digital revolution, transforming pharmacy practice and patient care. So here we look at all those AI interventions and digital revolution that's happening right now. We are now in the digital age, and for this theme, we have created some really good experts in that field who will give you really good talks and panels so that you can learn about AI for those who don't know, and for those who really want to know more or share their knowledge, they also are welcome to submit their abstracts. And then another one is pharmacists tackling global health challenges. We'll be looking at neglected tropical diseases, infectious diseases, NCDs, cancers, AMR, name it. So this is an area where pharmacists have been doing all of this, and we are calling you to come, submit your abstracts, showcase the research you've been doing in this area. Also, we have really good panelists in this area, experts who have the knowledge and who will be presenting to us and have a good panel so that we can learn more and share with each other. Another one is Pharmacy Workforce 2, Education, Entrepreneurship, and Leadership. This is an area we're looking at where are we going to, how are we going to build our next workforce in pharmacy? How is the education changing? How is entrepreneurship happening in pharmacy? And how, as pharmacists, are we taking leadership in healthcare and other sectors? So in this area also, we will have some good experts, seasoned leaders, seasoned entrepreneurs who will be giving some panels and talks. And also, we expect some abstracts to be submitted for those who have done some work in this area and showcase their research. And then is strengthening pharmaceutical supply chain and arming donor funding. You know what's happening in the US and the world right now. There's donor funding cutting and all that. So how are pharmacists actually trying to strengthen supply chain amidst all of this? So also, this is an area whereby if you have done research in this area, kindly submit your abstracts so that you can come and present for us. And also, we are finding some experts in this area who will give us talks. How can we build resilience in supply chain? How do we win ourselves of donor funding? So those are some of the talks we'll be having, and I'm sure you'll be excited to hear more about them. And then another one is just expanding our horizon in innovation in community pharmacy, in the community industry, and specialty in pharmacies. And the pharmacy field is growing so much. And we know you pharmacists are really innovative. You have done great things. And those of you who have done those great things, we invite you, come showcase your great things. You can network, you could get funders in that conference. And also, we also will be bringing experts who have done great things, who have innovated, basically in community, in industry, and specialist pharmacy. So this is where the action will be. And for all of you pharmacy people and pharmacy nerds, it's going to be heaven, and we'll have some good things to talk about. So welcome all, and we'll be expecting you there in Mombasa to showcase, learn, network, and also just contribute. Thank you. Back to you, Ezra.
All right. Thank you, Prof. Calvin. And next, we're going to move into the conference program, which is going to be presented by Dr. Fred. Dr. Fred, if you can hear me.
Yes, Dr. Ezra, can hear you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure once again to discuss with us what we have in store in the conference. This is just a follow-up to what Professor Calvin already presented, the exciting themes and sub-themes that we have in store. Now, this conference program is available on the conference portal. So if you just go to the conference portal, which is part of the members portal, then you navigate to the program section. You can actually see it. Yeah, so the expected arrival date for the conference will be on Tuesday of 17th June this year. I'm reminded that you are allowed to arrive earlier if you are on leave from work and enjoy the coastal town. Now, from around 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., we'll have the registration desk and out registration participants. So those who arrive early, you can actually proceed to the venue and do the registration over there. We have made arrangements to make sure that the process will be much more efficient than before. Then from 6 p.m. onwards, there is a meet and greet event at Chachoma. I believe most of us have been to the Bamburi area and Mombasa are familiar with Chachoma. This is a purely voluntary and self-sponsored event, but very highly encouraged so that we can interact outside the serious conference environment as we wait to start the following day. So on Wednesday, 18th of June, from 7 p.m., we start the serious business, of course, with registration from 7 a.m. Then from that morning, from 9 a.m., we start with the first session, which will be about the themes that we mentioned on AI and digital revolution, transforming pharmacy practice and patient care. So this session will start with a fireside chat, talk panel. Allow me not to delve into what a fireside chat is, but this is a very exciting session. The individuals that will be leading these are people that I look forward to meeting. I know one of them, but the rest are quite known to us out there. And they're very exciting concerning the all issues of AI. Next, we'll have a Q&A session after that, and of course, a sponsor session, followed by a health break. During the health break, we'll have posters and exhibitions also being viewed in the designated area. So during all the health breaks, we'll be having that. That includes a tea break as well as lunch break. Then from 11, we'll have the opening ceremony, and that will include the keynote speech and a message from the guest of honor. We plan to have that done by around 12:40, so that from there we can have a lunch break, including the poster exhibitions for day one. Then from 1:40 to 2, we will have a Menti plus registration going on. Then from 2, we'll have a breakout session. In this session, we'll have the theme on strengthening pharmaceutical supply chains amid donor funding withdrawal. We have a very exciting panel on this. Individuals that are involved with donor funding, individuals within the public health space, as well as those within working with the various partner organizations and the private sector that will share with us insights into how we can strengthen the supply chains amid the ongoing issues that we are well aware of, particularly with the funding that is from the US. We'll follow this with a sponsor session and some activities that afternoon from 3:30. These activities are highly encouraged. They are very exciting ones this time. Then we'll end the day from 6:30. Day 2, we'll start with the, of course, registration. Then from 9 a.m., we have a speaker that will give us some insights on non-traditional roles for pharmacists. So of course, there's the traditional roles. The word tradition there is used in quotes to mean hospital practice, community pharmacy, and the likes. But here we'll be having speakers that have ventured into other areas that are not typically associated with pharmacies per se. So we'll have that speaker. This will be followed by somebody talking about tackling global health challenges. As was mentioned earlier by Prof, these are things like neglected tropical diseases, non-communicable diseases, cancer, and the likes. We have a nice panel over there with very widely recognized experts, some of whom are very accomplished pharmacists. We'll have a tea break during which, again, there's a poster viewing. Then after that, we'll have a speaker that will talk about SHA, the big elephant in the room. Everybody's talking about SHA, what is SHA, the challenges that are being faced and all that. So we'll have somebody come and talk about SHA and see how we can fit in. Particularly of interest to us is how do pharmacists fit in the whole SHA conversation? How does a community pharmacist, for example, fit in this conversation? Then we'll have this being followed by a panel on parallel importation. Some very nice panelists over there will be discussing the pros and cons and the current landscape as it is, plus some new insights on this area. Now, in the afternoon, after lunch, we'll have a Menti or Kahoot for about 20 minutes. But then from 2 p.m., we'll have breakout sessions under the sub-theme Expanding Horizons, Innovation in Community, Industrial and Specialty Pharmacy. For this, we'll have 4 sessions. The first session, and this will be running concurrently. The first session will be on community. That will include conversations on family planning, immunization, e-pharmacy, and telehealth. We'll have another session running concurrently on local manufacturing, another one on regulatory pharmacy, and the fourth one will be on hospital pharmacy and specialty pharmacy. Specialty pharmacy here denoting other areas that have not been mentioned there. Today I had a conversation with someone that was talking about public health pharmacy. So this will be an opportunity to have those kind of discussions during this breakout session. Then we will also, in the evening from 4, have a table networking event that can help us network and see how to grow each other. Day 3, which is the final day of the conference, we will start with a conversation from 9 a.m. on pharmacy workforce. So this will be followed by a panel that will discuss things like mental health, financial well-being, as well as continuing education for pharmacists. So these are the other things that we generally don't talk about when it comes to pharmacy workforce. We all know that mental health is becoming an important conversation that must be had at all levels. After a tea break, we'll have updates from the Ministry of Health. Yeah, this will include, of course, the Director of Health Products and Technologies, as well as other updates that are relevant for us in this. Then from midday to 1, we'll have a session with PPB. Yeah, we all look forward to this kind of session because there are many issues that we need to be updated on, as well as questions that need to be asked. In the afternoon from 1:40 after lunch, we'll have a Menti or a Kahoot, followed by a presentation of the top 3 abstracts. So this time we'll have only 3 oral presentations from the abstracts. These will be selected by a panel of reviewers, and they'll all be the most outstanding abstracts that will make it for oral presentation. All the remaining abstracts that are accepted for presentation in the conference will be in the form of posters. Finally, we'll have a PSK meeting from 2:30 for about an hour, followed by a health break, during which we'll have the final poster exhibition. And that evening, we close the conference with a gala night. Thank you very much. This is an overview of the program for the conference. Back to you, Dr. Izon.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Frederick. And members, I hope you can see just the highlight of how the conference is going to look like. There are a couple of new activities that will be happening that is going to be very engaging. So because of time, I think we'll just move on to the next speaker. On registration. So allow me to just share my screen. Okay, so Dr. Ayan and Dr. Amos.
Thank you, Hez. So as the registration team, our main objective is to ensure a smooth and hassle-free registration. And we focus on accurate and timely data management. So kindly, if you guys get the emails to ask you to answer things, kindly answer on time. If you have questions, you have our numbers, there's emails. And as registration has already started, that was 1st of this month, that is early bird. Kindly take advantage of the low rates of the early bird. And then my colleague will show you registration process. To you, Dr. Manyange.
Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me. Hezwan, please allow me to share my screen because I'll just do a short demo.
Okay, go ahead.
You're able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Thank you. Now, I'll just do this briefly. So the process of registration is quite easy. You go to the members portal, members.psk.or.ke. You click on the event. If you're using your phone, you'll be able to scroll. It will bring you to this screen. I hope you can see this screen. And then you just go to book now, click on book now. You choose if you're booking for an individual or for multiple individuals. So I'm going to use individual ticket. And then if you're a member of PSK, please note that you need to have paid membership. So now you're going to book, you're going to search for your details using your registration number. Then you click on search. Then the system will retrieve your details. Please note, if you have not made payment for membership, you will not be able to proceed. Then you're able to view the available tickets. Kindly note that the early bird ticket expires on 31st. That is the end of the month. So you have 6 days left. And then you add the ticket, click on register. It will automatically pick your details from the portal. If your title is a bit different, you can be able to change your title and select whether it's Mr., Mrs., Professor, Honorable, and then you confirm your email address and your phone number, and then you have terms and conditions. So you need to read the terms and conditions before you proceed, and then you have to agree to the terms and conditions. So I'll click. If you want to register without clicking that, the system will not allow you. So you just need to read and click and then register. So this tells me that I have already registered. So that would ideally take me to this payment bit, and you can be able to please take note of the invoice number that is used, but at the same time, an invoice has been shared automatically on email. So you can pay via M-Pesa, or you can choose another form of payment. So you can click on this if you don't want to choose to pay via M-Pesa, and then the bank details are provided. If you're making payment via bank, please be sure to notify the office. The details are provided there. So if you're paying via M-Pesa, please click on Pay Now with M-Pesa, and you will receive a prompt on the number provided above. And you can click on Finish Later, Finish and Pay Later. So please note, for the early bird ticket, the deadline for the ticket is the end of the month. So the process is simple as that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'll be able to assist. But I believe that process is very fast and very efficient. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dr. Amos, for taking us through that, and also Dr. Ayan. So we'll move on to the next Kahoot session, which will be the second for the night. Then we'll have another at the end of the session. So I'd like to welcome Sami, so that you can take us through
the
next one.
So I'm just sharing my screen. So I'm loading the second Kahoot, that is section B. So just a reminder, kindly use your PPB registration number as your nickname, and switch between screens. Go to your browser and load kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. Then you can put in this game pin 273-6508. 273-6508. So let's go. I'm expecting at least 170, then we start. think we can start. Good. So section B, tell me you are Kenyan without telling me you are Kenyan and how old you are. Who is the award-winning Kenyan female artist known for her hit song Sitaki and powerful vocals? Good. 4033, can see you. Question 2. Which legendary Kenyan band is known for their hit song Jambo Bwana? Mm-hmm. 26, 24. Which Kenyan artist is known for the hit song X, released in 2022? Hapo tumepatikana. 4932. What is the name of the Kenyan music group that popularized the song Sipangwingwi? Okay, enyewe Mpangwingwi. 4932. Question 5. What was the breakout song that made the Gengeton group Ethic famous? Okay. 26, 24. 6. Which traditional Kenyan dish is made of maize and beans? Speed matters. Speed matters. Good. 26, 24. Which traditional Kenyan beverage is made by fermenting milk? Good. 26, 24. Which Nairobi estate is most famous for its flashy customized matatus? Nice. 26, 24. What is the Kenyan slang term for an overcrowded matatu? Hannah. 1336. What is the main purpose of the Kamagera in Matatu culture? That's it, section B, number 3, 52, 54. 1336, number 2. Number 1, 28, 53. Congratulations, we'll award these first 3. Asanteni sana, because of time. Back to Hezron.
All right, thanks for that, Sami. Congratulations to the top 3. So we'll move on to the next part of the webinar. And this is about the conference booking, which is going to be handled by Rose.
Thank you, Dr. Munyakin, and good evening, members of Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya. I'll take you through the conference booking. Next slide, please. Yes, so PSK is really geared on to ensure that our members have a seamless travel and stay experience for the conference attendees. We have negotiated rates with several providers. You'll see in the next slide where we are hoping that you get a hassle-free travel arrangements. Everything is taken care of for you. It's just to show up at the airport, board the flight, get to the destination, which is Mombasa. Somebody will be there to pick you up, drop you at the hotel, and the hotel will be ready waiting for you to serve you and just show you to your room. So next slide, please. So this one just shows the available options which have been shared severally to the members. We have accommodations. We have the 3 hotels that we have reserved, and those are the reservations available. So once they are sold out, then unfortunately members will have to book directly with the hotels. And all of them are booked on a half-put basis. We have White Sands Travelers and Severin. And then for the flights, we have KQ and Jambojet, 150 for the 2. And then we have bookings for SGR, but with the needs for this SGR, we require that the booking be made on or before the 30th of April. And then transfers are provided. As far as you booked a flight with us, we will definitely offer transfers. And then the timings are always shared in advance. So if, for example, your flight is at this time, then Rachel communicates in advance that the pickup will be at this time. So that is always provided for. Next slide. Yes, so how to book with the Secretariat for your preferred option. If you go to the members portal, we have when you're booking the conference, just before you go to the book now, there's the bit that you have there, accommodation and tours. So once you click on that document, it will take you to a link that has the packages. So we have outlined all the packages. If you want to stay at White Sands and you want to fly with KQ, there's a package for that for the 4 days, all the way to you just want maybe conference only, that it's at the last bit of the page. If you want to use SGR and you want to stay at Severin, all those options are provided for. So you can it's a long document. Please go through it, identify where you feel best or comfortable, and then just engage with the Secretariat for them to make your booking. Next slide, Hezron. Yes. Now, our booking process, you look in that document that you will view under the accommodation and tours. On the 3rd page, the first page just explains about the details of the conference. The 2nd page explains about the payment details for the conference. And the 3rd page, shares, you're supposed to fill out your preferred booking details. So if you want to go with the option that you've chosen, maybe there are so many options from option A all the way down. So you can choose option A, option B, you just indicate. If you're traveling with family, we understand that some of the pharmacists take advantage of this time to just come and holiday with their families. All the options are available. And if you feel that whatever you need or your needs are not addressed in that document, please get in touch. We have the emails there, admin@psk.or.ke or account office at psk.or.ke. Or better yet, you can call Rachel. She's very available to help and assist in any way that the members need service. Once you book or you share that booking details, then and you've made the payment, the office will make sure to confirm your payment, and then they will share the details with the relevant service provider. That is, if you decided to stay at White Sands, then we will share the list with White Sands. So when you're booking, when you're traveling and you've arrived at the hotel, they will have your details already. So we want to really ensure that this time we'll have a very seamless process. And also, for those people who are paid for by the organizations, we will ensure to share the details in advance once the organization shares the lists of the people they are registering. Next slide. So now for the payment instructions, you've seen that our portal, unfortunately for this year, only caters for the registration of the conference. But for the bookings in terms of the flights, the accommodation, and the transfers, you have to book using that form. But we are really hopeful that next year everything will be on the portal. As you've seen, it's a very easy and very short process. But for this time, please, when you're making the payment for the bookings, please use your registration number. But I think you saw in Amos' presentation on the demo, he insisted on the invoice number, because we're really requesting the members to use that invoice number while paying, for us to be able to identify that you're paying for the conference. The other bit is, once you put only the registration number, the amount automatically posts to your membership portal. So if you are paying for 100,000, then your portal will show that you paid for membership for 100,000. So it gives quite some tedious work at the back end. So we're really requesting for us to identify you. Please put the registration number and then the invoice number. Upon confirmation, by receipt of payment or an LPO from an organization, that's when we can confirm your booking. So booking by word of mouth, when there is no payment and no LPO, unfortunately, reservations will not be made. And then bookings are only available as and when these rooms are still available or the flights are still available. If in any case you want to change your bookings, please notify the office within 48 hours to the date of travel or accommodation, because you find that most of the tickets either will be cancelled as a no-show. Same thing for the accommodation. We get charged mostly for the first day. If you give us less than 48 hours, then definitely on the first day we will be charged. So kindly ensure to give that information in advance. And then for no-shows for the accommodations and flights, please just note that we will not be refunding these amounts, because also we will be charged by the various providers. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to highlight something, that's for anybody who wants a NETIMS invoice. PSK is eTIMS compliant. So please, I had posted on the chat, please send an email to accounts office at psk.or.ke. We have the various requirements that we need, which would be the company KRA PIN, the company name, the company telephone number, and the mode of payment, and then we'll be able to assist you. Thank you very much. I think that's it for me, Hezro.
All right. Thank you so much, Rose, for taking us through the process of booking. So second last item will be on the partnerships, and I'd like to welcome Dr. Rebecca.
Good evening, everyone. Allow me to take you through friends. If we can go to the next slide, please. Yes. So for the conference, the PSK cannot do this alone. The conference committee cannot do this alone, and will
Dr. Rebecca, I think we are losing you a bit. I think there should be an issue with the internet.
apologies for that. Let me am
much
I
better.
audible now? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
thank you. Okay. So we also targeting corporates, and when we talk about corporates, we are targeting both farmer and the non-farmer corporates. When we talk about non-farmer, we are talking about banking institutions. We are thinking about insurance companies, or any company whose value proposition can be met by the audience that the conference will attract. Aside from that, we also targeting academic institutions like the universities. These are strategic opportunity for them to partner with the conference. And what is in it for them? What is in it for these partners that we are working for them? For individuals, number one, it's a content that you are going to have for the conference. And then it's also a good opportunity for networking. And then for individuals, we're also looking at not just for yourself, registering for the conference for yourself, but there are also opportunities even to support a student who will perhaps want to attend the conference. So for the corporates and the academics institutions, what do they start to gain? There's brand visibility, there's logo visibility in the conference materials. Then again, based on the attendance, we are projecting from last year, we are projecting up to 800 participants will attend the conference. And again, we'll be able to tailor benefits to suit partner needs. At this point in time, there's a very big leeway to be able to come up with tailored benefits that will work both for the partner and also for PSK. So there are various partnership opportunities, what we are calling sponsor packages. So we've categorized them with from bronze up to the title sponsor, which will be 4 million. All of them are customizable, but this window is available till end of April, when we can be able to customize a package for our potential partner. And the range is between 250,000 to 4 million. Other opportunities include a booth. These are good opportunity also to showcase if it's a corporate, the services or the products the company has to offer. We know there are some of you here represent different companies, so these are good opportunity. If there are new products in the market, you like to introduce, an exhibition booth is a good opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, delegate sponsorship, not just for yourself. Can you also hold someone's hand and also sponsor to the conference? So we hope that that can happen. And one of the things we've introduced this year is side event hosting. For example, you're a company and you're targeting your audience. Your target audience is the pharmacist or the audience that the conference will attend. And then you may want to say you want to have an event particularly for them, a target event that you'll be able to create on your own and something like that. So there's an opportunity for side event. Again, this is just available till 15th of April, where you can share your concept, and then we'll be able the conference team will have a look at it and see how we can be able to incorporate you. Again, if there's a conversation that you like to advance, you like to amplify to the targeting the audience, again, there is an opportunity to do panel hosting. Again, the concept should be shared by the 15th of April. Again, we have several opportunities for networking, and also say all work and no play makes Jack and Jill actually dull people. So the sip and paint, this will be happening in the after sessions, and also table networking. This is something that we introduced last year, and we are looking at potential sponsors who will want visibility and who will want to lead these events. So again, for more information, just reach out to the office, and then we'll be able to give more details about this. This is something that is very open, something that when we sit down and have a conversation, we'll see how to tailor it in a win-win approach. And then the last slide offers again more partnership opportunities. You've had there's a meet and greet at Chachoma. If you like to sponsor that, why not? So that's an opportunity that is often on the table. And then the last day, last year we had a white night, and we are looking for a partner who can sponsor that, and we'll be able also to tailor the benefits for the gala dinner sponsor for them. And then last but not least, we looking for, if you want to enhance your visibility, one of the best ways to do that is through perhaps you want to be a bag sponsor or perhaps a polo shirt sponsor. And how do we enhance your visibility here is you'll be able to have both the PSK logo and your logo, the company logo integrated in this. So there are so many opportunities. We've not exhausted all the options. So if you have an idea, please call the office, just say, this is what I'm thinking, and we'll be able to sit and of course brainstorm and see how we can work together towards the conference. Otherwise, thank you for all the partners we've worked with, the ones that we are continuing working with. We look to more continued partnerships and appreciate the support that we've had so far. Thank you.
Great. To support the conference. So at this point, I'd like to welcome Dr. Jasprit, who will take us through some of the conference activities that we'll be having. Dr. Jasprit, welcome.
Thank you, Hez. Good evening, members. So last year we had over 800 delegates who had the opportunity to experience the coastal vibe during their stay in Mombasa. Delegates experienced the Swahili culture and cuisine on the dhow. They also toured our Hela Park, while others brought their competitive trade to the games night. We have all of these and even more planned for this year. I don't wish to disclose anything right now. We want to keep it as a surprise and keep you informed as time goes. We also danced under the stars and formed new friendships. This year, we promise to make it even bigger and better. We look forward to an even more successful conference with you, and I hope you will be a part of our vibrant plans this year. Thank you, Hez.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jasprit. Then Dr. Sheila can briefly speak about some of the sessions we'll be having during the conference main sessions.
Thank you, Hez. So we shall be having activities within the session to keep participants and delegates energized. And we are lucky enough to have Cosmos this year. So Kahoot sessions will be throughout the conference. We'll have sessions to engage, to learn, to compete, and to boost our brain power, and there'll be prizes throughout. And then conference attendance, same as last year, we shall be doing it online. So you'll be checking in so that you can mark attendance for all the sessions throughout the conference. Thank you, Hez.
All right, thank you so much, Sheila. Then finally, we'll have a presentation by Prof. Calvin, who will take us through the abstract submission. Then after that, we'll have the last Kahoot for the night. Prof. Calvin, welcome. So I think Prof. Calvin has dropped off. Prof. Calvin, can you hear me? Right, I think he's dropped off, but I'll just quickly take you through the process. So this year we're using the Microsoft CMT platform to submit our abstracts. And I believe you've been able to see that through the communication that we've been sending out. And currently the call for abstract is open and it will be closing on 30th of April. So if you are interested in presenting an abstract, whether oral or poster presentation, you are encouraged to do so. And if you look at the poster that we've been circulating on a regular basis, that's on social media, on our WhatsApp, and also on our email. And I think some of you have also received an SMS. The link is provided on the poster where you visit bit.ly /CMT abstract. So I see Prof. Calvin is back. Prof. Calvin, maybe you can take over from where members can submit the abstract. Prof. Calvin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Sorry, I was knocked out.
It's okay. So maybe you can just take over from here on where you can submit your abstract.
Yes, so for members, you can submit your abstract on two ways. One link is direct link that we have there, which goes straight away to the portal where submission will be done. Or you can go to the website, the PSK website, and then you have the link submit here, which takes you straight to the website where we'll be submitting for the proposals. Next. So once you open, you'll have something like this where you now put in your email address and password. If not, you register, and the registration steps are very simple. You just click on register, you put your name, your email address, and your organization. Then an email will be sent to your email for verification once you verify. Then you come log in and just submit next. So once you submit, you log in, you'll have something like this. You click on PSK logon, then you will come create new submission. Once you do that, a window will open where you put your abstract and then add fellow authors and then click submit. So it's very simple, very easy. And if you encounter any challenges, you can always reach to us. So this is it, the title and there, and then you add your fellow authors in the next slide. And that's it.
All right, thank you so much, Prof. Calvin. So if you experience any challenges, kindly reach out to us and you'll be able to be assisted by Prof. Calvin. Then finally, we'll have the last Kahoot session before we get into the final announcements for the session.
Thank you so much. So I'll take over. Kindly stop sharing. Okay, thank you. So I'm sharing my screen. So this is the last Kahoot, section C. Kindly use your PPP registration number as your nickname. Go to your browser, kahoot.it, then put this pin. 895-5449. 895-5449. 5 more, then we start. Good, let's start. Section C is Mombasa Raha. Number 1, what is the theme for this year's conference? Good. 6974. Number 2, when is the deadline for early bird tickets for the conference package? Good. 6974. Next question. Where and when will the 45th PSK conference be this year? Na watu wamepatikana. 6974. What is the name of the platform we are using for registration and conference information this year? Good. 6974. 5. What specific networking events will take place at the conference? All of the above. 6974. Which evening activity do we have on the last night of the conference this year? Good. 4757. Number 7, what is the main mode of public transport unique to Mombasa? Tuk-tuk. 4757. What is the main ingredient in the Swahili snack achari? Good. 4757 again. Which of the following is a traditional Swahili remedy for ailments? Nice. 4757. Okay. Last question. Which of the following is a popular traditional Swahili drink? Good. So let's see. It's the podium for section C. 4493, number 3. Number 2 is 2870. Number 1. Let's see. 2624. Congratulations once more. So thank you so much. We have 3 sets of winners, section 1, section A, B, and C. So we are going to award the first 3 per section, that is up to 9 guys. So alias with the Hezron and team, then you'll get your awards. So asanteni sana and congratulations. Back to you, Hezron.
All right, thank you so much, Sami, for running that engaging session. I think members have really enjoyed that session. So at this point, I'd like to just go back to the main session where we have the Q&A. And if you have any question, now is the time you can ask. I'll just scan through the Q&A section to see if there's anything that has been posted over there. And I think some of the questions have been addressed by my colleagues. So let's have a look. Okay, I see most of the questions have been responded to, and yeah, most of the questions have been responded to. So thank you so much. So I think at this point, I'd like to just remind you about one of our upcoming events. This year we'll be having a pre-conference tour, which is just a visit to Mombasa. And this will be happening on 25th. On 25th of April up to 27th. That's on Friday, where the train will leave on Friday night and we'll be arriving on Saturday morning and then spend the day there up to 27th, which is on a Sunday, where we leave in the afternoon. So I believe you've been seeing the poster that has been circulated in the members forum, the WhatsApp groups, our social media pages. So if you're interested, kindly ensure that you register early. In this, you'll also get a chance to interact with the Coast Branch members and also the conference committee members. So the deadline is going to be on 12th of April. So ensure you register early so that you book your ticket. So I see there's one more question for the abstracts. Do the papers have to be scientific? I see Dr. Frederick is responding. Maybe Dr. Frederick, you can address that question.
Yes, sorry, under challenge and meeting. So yeah, the papers have to be scientific. I'm not so sure what the member is considering as the opposite of scientific. I don't know what they have in mind, but it's a scientific conference. So yes, the paper has to be scientific.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that, Dr. Frederick. And for those who are asking whether the webinar is on the portal, yes, it is. Like we had initially shared at the beginning of the session. I'll just share it again. And meanwhile, I'll be welcoming Dr. Anne Massey to give some closing remarks. As we wait for Dr. Anne Massey to come in, this is the name of the event on the portal. So just look for the word Conference Webinar 1 and you should be able to find the event, then you subscribe to it. Hey, Dr. Anne Massey, you can give your closing remarks.
Good evening, everyone. It is my sincere hope that you have had fun through this session. I am particularly happy for the Kahoot and for those who engage with the questions and the Kahoot. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. And should we repeat the questions at the conference, then you will be a lucky winner. Please allow me this privilege on behalf of the committee to award our top 3 winners. These are the number ones for each of the Kahoot sessions, and we would like to give them an award of an early bird ticket rate, regardless of their time of registration. This goes to member number 3079, Katu Mutungi, member number 2853, Louis Wilson Kibathi, and member number 2624, Odhiambo Frederick Ouma. Now, if you are as Gen Z as myself, then please let's give them an e-clap with the reactions. Thank you for participating. And further, I would like to encourage you to join our upcoming pre-conference webinars. We are going to have a series of them, and you never know what awaits. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you for staying with us all through the session. Thank you to the team for planning this session, and I hope to see you in our next pre-conference webinar. I hope to see you in Mombasa, and do have a lovely evening. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Anne Massey.